All right. So it's so nice to have everyone here. I'm a trainer, I'm a quality analyst this session for those of us who wants to transition into working full-time remote job or even if it's part-time remote job, okay? So for all my session guys, please, I like interactive classes because I believe in questions and answers. I believe in people, communicating, talking. So please don't let me talk alone. If you have questions that you like to ask, even when I'm talking, just feel free to raise your hands and I'll answer your questions. If you have anything that you would like to contribute, maybe it should be based on your experience, if you've worked remotely before, or based on an experience working 9 to 5 you've had before. Please, at the same time, feel free to you know feel free to put a thumbs up or raise your hands and you can actually talk, okay? All right, so before we go ahead and start, I'll need like two persons to tell me about themselves, 2 or 3 persons. Please tell me about yourself, your expectations for this session. Tell me what you do and what you intend to achieve. Or you can raise your hand and say something.
My name is Helen Ifeoluwa Bamdele. I work as an HR assistant with Premier Feed Meals. But over time, I just feel like they are limiting me to a lot of things that I can do over there. And I want to transition into the tech world, and I want to really know how this remote work really works and how to go about it. My younger sister is a virtual assistant, and I love the fact that she can work freely, anytime she feels like, unlike a 9 to 5 where I go there, I'm already exhausted, I'm tired, because I love my time. I love to, work flexibly. So that's one of the main reasons why I want to, go into the remote, work. So why I'm here is just to learn how it's, everything that has to do with the remote work.
Thank you so much, Helen. It's really great to have you here. Um, Seriously, it's really great to have you here, and it's really
Thank
exciting
you.
that you're going to learn because it's always good to, not just stay one place, but always look for ways to grow, right? So it's really
Yeah,
exciting to have you, and I hope you're able to get 1 or 2 things, maybe not all, or maybe 1 or 2 things from this session.
I
Thank you
pray
so
so
much.
too. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to talk about themselves? Okay, 1 or 2.
Yes, yes.
Hi, looks fun.
Good
Hi, Fred.
morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So my name is Felix. I'm a trainer, customer service rep, sales rep, and I work for one of the most sought after um, remote job experience, which is credit repair. We'll be talking more about this one of these days, and I'll be training more people in credit repair. So my reason for joining today is to just be like Debbie when I grew up. I want to be able to create something like this that people benefit from, a lot of people benefit from. So that's one of my reasons for joining. I just hope everybody here has a nice, fruitful session. Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you, Felix. It's nice to have you here. I've told you, if you want to learn how to do something like this, the main 1K does. Simple. That's not plenty. Yeah, I'll teach you personally.
No, voila.
Okay, Utbad.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Yeah, my name is Dauda Utman Dimeji. I currently work as a content writer and I just learned product designing. So the reason of joining this class is to have better understanding on how to land a remote job online. So that's it basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
perfect. It's good to have you here, Utbad. And I also hope that you get to learn 1 or 2 things from this session. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much,
you.
guys. So let's just go ahead and get started. Like I said, please feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to let me know what you think about 1 or 2 things. Share your experiences. That's how we all learn. Okay. So for this session, um, we'll be talking on the concept of remote work. We're going to talk about how you identify your skills and how you build them. We're also going to talk about how you can set up your online presence so people can easily identify you, identify what you do, and also the tools of the trade, which is like the things that are needed to work remotely, the tools, because working 9 to 5 is different from working remotely, right? Most of us are basically used to working 9 to 5, and the tools we understand how to use for 9 to 5 jobs are different from the one remote workers use. So we're going to learn that, and we're also going to talk about finding opportunities, and we'll talk about the first steps to landing a job and then building a long-term career and connection. Okay. So please, if I'm too fast, still let me know so I can always slow down as well. All right. So to get started, by the end of this session, you should understand how remote work functions, identify your skills that you can use, and then learn how to position yourself for remote jobs. Just a second. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So basically, what remote job is means like you're doing your job without getting to a physical office, right? Well, we all know what that means. It's very easy to understand that you're working remotely means you're working in a space that is comfortable to you, that you understand, right? That it's just you. You're not being monitored by anyone. And there's no eye service here. You know the normal eye service that mostly basically happens in a 9 to 5 job. It's common in environments that are not healthy. There is this eye service, people monitoring you, your manager walking up to your desk to tell you, you have not finished doing this one. When are you going to finish doing this? Oh, you've not done this. Please do this. Take this papers, do this. And you're like, God, I beg. So that is totally different from working 9 to 5. So that's what remote job is. Okay. And then the freelancing aspect also means you're offering your skills to clients, usually on a project basis. There are people who do freelancing, they own their time, like they own when they work, they own when they wake up, they own the task they do, they own the people they work for, they choose who they work for. Okay. Regardless, both remote work and freelancing allows you to work from anywhere, but they also require a large sum of responsibility. They also requires you to communicate clearly and effectively. And it also, remote job, if you're going to build a long-lasting client, it also depends on how your integrity works. You must have integrity, trust me. You must be someone that people can trust. You understand? So you don't just work remote, say you want to work remotely, and then you get a job, and then you get, you just do whatever you like and you walk away. If you want to build a lasting career or remote job, please, if you're writing it down, please write it down that you need to have integrity, and you need to be able to build trust, and you need to be able to communicate effectively and clearly. Those three things are very important when you want to work remotely. Okay. And then there is the mindset that you need to go into a remote job, unlike the basic 9 to 5. You need to be able to be proactive. So there's this thing my manager I currently work for tells me. She's like, Debs, I need you to be really proactive. That's what keeps you on a job. Being proactive simply means you don't just come into the office or do a job and they tell you, okay, make these calls and go, make these calls and go. And then you come, you just make these calls and go, make these calls and go, and go away. No, being proactive means when you see a problem somewhere, you're able to identify it. You're also able to talk about the problem. You're like, hi, manager, I got a call from this person. This person said this, said this. What can I do in this scenario? How can I be better? Or when you have issues or difficulties, You can tell your manager, and you're like, hi, please, this scenario, I think I did not do it well. I think I must have made an error, or I must have made a mistake or something. Please, is there something I can do to be better? I'm taking ownership of my mistakes. Please, can I? So that is what you call being proactive, taking ownership. Okay, that's how remote job works. Why? Because nobody's watching you. And when you're able to do that, people will trust you. People you work for will trust you. They will always want to come back to you. And likewise, they'll also want to still recommend you to other people. Okay, so you also need to learn how to manage your time when working remotely. That's something you should put in mind. That working remotely demands you to be able to manage your time effectively, time your task, watch your performance, and you don't, like I said, you don't need to be told what to do before you do that particular thing. Okay, so also take responsibility, work without reminders, and deliver consistently. That is the mindset you basically need for you to succeed or work remotely. All right. So now the question we get, like Helen mentioned earlier, Helen said she's been working 9 to 5, but she see the way her sister works remotely, right? And she kind of likes it, and she wants to know what she can do to also work remotely. Okay. Now this is where you sit down and you identify your skills. What skills do you have? So lately, I put out what's it called, for CV writing, and people reached out to me that they wanted to write their CV, and they don't have any experience at all. In fact, please help me craft a new one from scratch. I'm like, okay, whatever you have, just give me your old CV, because we cannot just craft the CV from scratch. Why? It's not like it's not possible. But why? Because we need your transferable skills. We need that common skills that you have across all jobs, across your daily lives, across, everything that you do. I always say this, right? Daily as humans, there are basic skills that we do, that we use daily, and we don't even know, we're not aware. So, for example, sales. Most of us go out daily, right? And you're paying your bike man money. The money you pay your bike man, the change they give you, you sales, the bargaining, you bargain with the bike man and say, okay, it's not 500 now, it's 600. But yeah, just take it for 500. You just drop me here, you just drop me here. That's sales. Okay. And then there is also the one that you see a market woman selling, and you're like, you want to buy something. The woman said, oh no, just me and the woman selling banana last night. Oh, I want to buy banana. She said, bring 3,000. I'm like, oh, madam, let me give you 1,500. She was like, auntie, 1,500 is too small now. I'm like, okay, how much last? She said, bring 2,200. I said, no. I'm like, we bargain and bargain. At the end of the day, she told me why that banana is that expensive. She said, madam, this banana is fresh banana. This kind of banana, you not. I'm like, just give me, let me go. So that is a sales skill someone has. And do you know that this skill is like our basic day-to-day skills that we use without even knowing? And that is a major skill that is being sought after in the remote job or remote workforce. Okay. So when someone tells me, I don't have any skills at all, I don't have any experience, I tell them, okay, bring your CV. What have you done, right? What have you even done? Have you done, most of us have done primary school teaching before, or secondary school teaching. I taught when I graduated from secondary school before I got admission. Majority of us did it, Nigerian youths, we teach. So in that teaching, you've learned communication, right? You've learned how to manage people. That is people management. You've learned communication. You've learned how to interact with people in an organization. So if you're going to create a CV and you're supposed to list your skills, those are skill sets that you're going to list. You can say in the school where you taught, you can say managed total number of these people, able to communicate effectively, organized document files, teachers' records. Now, these are skills that are being sought after in the remote job, but you actually worked a 9 to 5 or a job that is, basic. But then you should be able to highlight those skills that can also relate to remote jobs. Okay, so don't just say, oh, I don't have any experience. Sit down, search for those skills that you feel or that you've seen that can actually work in remote jobs, and then you list them out and you adjust them into your CV, your remote work CV. Okay, so now how do you identify these skills? There are soft skills and there are digital skills. Most people have soft skills that they don't have any idea about. The problem is digital skills. Most people do not have much digital skills, like Excel, using Canva, using all these Google Sheets, knowing how to use Google Meet, even how to share your screen. Most people don't know how to share their screen on Google Meet. They had to learn. I know one person here. I had to tell her, I had to share your screen. She said, "No, I don't know how to share." I said, she had to learn. You get? So those are skills, that digital skills. It may sound simple, but there are little digital skills that you don't even know you have. Okay. And then all of them, if you check yourself, if you look at what you can do, the basic things you can do, you can be able to identify your transferable skills. So transferable skills are those skills that you can take from one job to another job. Check for your skills like communication, problem solving. If you're the first child and you have siblings, my dear, you will solve problems. You will solve problems. You will talk. You will like, oh, this one did not wash plates. This one wash plates. And you're able to carry them and sit them down and tell them, you, why did you not wash plates today? You, why did you not do this today? Oh yeah, you, sweep here. You, sweep here. See, that's the problem solving skill you don't even know you had, or you don't even know you have. So put it on your CV. Be able to defend it like, yes, I've done problem solving before. How did you do it? If they ask her in an interview, how did you do it? She said, you can say, there was a time when I had two customers, your siblings are the customers. So when I had two customers or two people I spoke to, they were having issues about handling a case or handling a task that was issued to them. These are your siblings who having issues about washing plates. Okay. And I was able to sit them down and talk to them. And then I assigned different roles to each other to make sure it flows consistently. This is how you've said it. This is just simple scenario that happened at home where you had to resolve case with your siblings. Okay, so you have these skills, right? But you just need to be able to identify them and then put them in a way that it sounds really presentable that people need for a remote job. Okay. Then there's the project support, customer support. We do that every day. We have technical execution and so on and so forth. Okay. So the first step is for you to sit down, identify these skills you have. Do you communicate clearly? Can you talk to people? Do you speak softly? Do you talk gently? If it's good, fine. And once you're able to do that, you're able to also solve problems. And then you can start looking towards working remotely. Please, do we have any questions so far? Or do we have any contributions to this so far? If you're good, please leave a thumbs up so we can move to the next slide. If you have any question, you can raise your hand and ask. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so we have the next slide, why your online presence matters. So there's this thing that happens, almost everybody is online right now, yeah? We have people that are online. Just a second, please. Okay, thank you. So we have people that are online currently, and they are much, like not small, a lot. Everybody wants to create content. Everyone wants to post online. I'm using that as a scenario. And the moment they post online, they don't see likes, they don't see comments, they don't see people engaging in their post. They go back and delete it. If you're that person, please stop doing that. You go online and you post about yourself, being a content writer, being a virtual assistant, you post a workspace video, and nobody engages, nobody likes, people just view and pass. Leave it there. Don't delete it. Just leave it there. See, let me tell you something. Your online presence matters. You're creating a digital footprint for yourself. And it does not matter if people like it or not, or if people view it or not, or if people engage or not. Because the day you're going to sell out, or the day you're going to be big, you're going to see that people were actually watching you. You get people like, this girl has been doing this content writing since 1999. She has been posting about it, but nobody has been doing this thing. I know her. She has been doing it since. That means she's really good. Now, forget that people did not like your first post in 1999. But the fact that you were consistent, you kept posting, you kept doing what you were doing, it's something that is at the end of the day going to speak for you, because it has created presence. People know you by what you do. If you constantly keep posting, I am a virtual assistant, I am a virtual assistant every day, bring jobs, active, up and active, bring jobs, virtual assistant, or post it, people will know that you do virtual assistant jobs. Meet people, ask them for stuff, and like, okay, I do this. Tell your friends, hi, I do this. Sorry. You meet people, you tell them, hi, I do this, I do that. Let them know what you do. Okay. So your online presence is your first impression. People cannot come to your house and tell you what you do. It's a remote job, so you need to have an online presence. Okay. So set up your professional profile online, on LinkedIn, or create a personal portfolio for yourself. Tell them what you do, post pictures of what you do, and you have chances of you being taken seriously. Okay. Then the next slide. Yes, please, Tony.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Can you hear me clear?
Yes.
All right. So thank you for the lectures, right? I want to ask a question to what you just said. Sorry, to what you just said now, right? So when you're talking about creating an online presence, right, for remote jobs, are we like, let's say I have a TikTok account, am I supposed to like go on my TikTok account and create, because I know everybody has a niche, right? You have
Yes.
your niche, and so let's say for me, my niche is spreading love to people, and oh, sorry for that, spreading love to people, like I saw it from someone, so I copied that and I started doing it. Now should I now go online again and start on that same, the algorithm these days, sometimes it can destroy everything. So I now go online and start telling them, hey, I am a customer service representative. Would that do at all?
Okay, this is a very good question, actually. So now, for scenarios like this, the first step to actually doing something is identify your particular niche. Identify where you want to build. Do you want to continue spreading love? Do you want to do customer service, the remote job you want to do, or do you want to do both of them? There are two ways you can do this, right? The first one is you can create two accounts. I think it's possible. You can create two TikTok accounts. That's one way. Create two TikTok accounts. One for spreading love. I don't know how you spread the love, but one for spreading love. Maybe it's through giving, showing people you give, do this, do that. Then the second one for your customer service remote job you do. Okay, that's one way. Then, secondly, you can still use one account to do both. You can make that account your personal account that talks about you and what you do, regardless of what you're doing. Okay, so now people already know you with this particular account, that, oh, you love spreading love using this particular account, right? And then you can now start working remotely. You can start saying, you can now start working remotely. You can start posting little things about remote jobs, customer service representative trying to do this. You've seen this viral content that go online that said, I told them I liked in my CV that I'm a customer service rep, and they said I should do this. And then you see I don't know, I'm a remote worker, and they say I should show them that I'm a remote worker, you bring remotes. Now you can start doing little contents like that, or you can start posting about yourself working remotely, and you can start telling people you work remotely. Take pictures of yourself using a laptop, post it online, talk about remote jobs. And at the same time, on that same page, you're still spreading the love you're spreading. Okay. So you already, in this sense, you already have followers on TikTok, right? And then they're already seeing that, oh, this guy is also transitioning into working remotely. Sure, we can talk to him. Okay, talk about yourself as a remote worker, as a customer service. You can say, as a customer service representative, this is what I did today. This is how I can manage my tools. This is what I did. This is a dialer I used. I once met a customer who was angry. This is how it escalated, blah, blah, blah. So you can still use one page, one TikTok handle to do both, or better yet, you create two pages to do both. Okay, just if you're using one TikTok handle, make it a part of yourself. that you're uploading everything about you regarding your love that you're spreading and the customer service that you're doing or the remote work you're doing. Does anyone else have additional response to this they would like to add? Felix, do you want to say something? Okay. So Tony, do you understand the explanation I explained?
Yes, totally. I think I really appreciate this because I've really learned, right? Um, After your answer, and thank God I joined the class, because I used to think that okay, I should just my media space is supposed to be my media space, my workspace is supposed to be my workspace. I'm not supposed to bring my work into my social media handles and all like that. But I think this really means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Okay, social media, Chooks, please, you can add. I think you want to say something, yeah?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. I just want to say thank you so much for the training so far. And to piggyback off Tony's question, I wanted to find out. So you made mention of maybe opening 2 accounts. What on LinkedIn? How would someone run doing, say, like he said, spreading love and then trying to have the customer service role, kind of? Yeah, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Let me answer this question before Eco Travels ask their question. Okay, so for LinkedIn, in cases of LinkedIn, right, it's still the same thing. You can still use one account. Now, I'll use myself as an example. On LinkedIn, my first job was a customer service representative, right? And after being a customer service representative, I became a trainer. Being a trainer, I became an instructional designer. After an instructional designer, I became a course creator. After a course creator, I became an LMS administrator because I manage learning management systems. After that one, I became a customer service representative with a remote company. After that, I had another LX design, learning experience design role. Okay, after which I became a quality analyst, a trainer and quality analyst. After which I'm currently an operations team lead. Now, if you see, these are so many roles on one LinkedIn page. But the most important thing is whatever you're going to be doing there should also relate to all, the field you're working. In as much as I'm doing both instructional design, I'm training, I'm also an operations lead. My LinkedIn says it all. My LinkedIn will show to people that I do everything. And I can prove that I do everything. You can see the companies I work for, you can see the posts I post online. Okay, it's not my fault that I move from one role to another. That is what life has presented to me. Like, Deborah, you're doing well here, do this, you're doing well here, do that. Okay, but I'm still also able to put it out there that this is what I do. So I don't need to create 2 pages on LinkedIn for instructional design and training and 1 page for customer service and operations lead. So you can still use both. But the important thing is whatever you're doing should reflect itself on your LinkedIn page as well. Post about being a customer service representative. Post about yourself creating designs. If you're a designer, right? Post about yourself creating designs. Post about yourself doing the things that you say you do on your LinkedIn page. Okay, so you don't need to create 2 LinkedIn profiles. If you're looking for a job, you can put it there. I'm looking for this so and so job. Comment in people's comment sessions about the things that you're doing. When someone posts about customer service, say it there. If someone posts about spreading love, be there too. Go there. Nobody is going to discriminate you for doing the things that you love doing or doing the job that you do. Okay, does that answer the question, Chooks? Chooks, does that answer the question?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you could also drop your LinkedIn handle so that I could check it out as well.
Okay, sure. I will.
We've done a lot of things similarly together. So I like, I have to find your LinkedIn so that I'll check it out.
All right, that's fine. All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Echo Travels. Yes, you raise your hand.
Yes, my question has been answered already.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much, guys. So please feel free to ask questions moving forward, okay? All right, so next slide, tools that make remote work possible. So there are so many tools that remote teams use. In fact, we don't know it all. In fact, yeah, I still get like new, depending on the role actually. It's not, you don't have to know everything at once. People say, oh, what do I learn? What do I learn? You don't have to know everything at once. I tell them, when you get a remote job, the company is going to train you on the tools that you should use. They will train you. Okay, they will show you. But there are some basic tools that you personally should know when you're trying to work remotely. Okay. And some of them is and those are the tools like you use to communicate, to assign tasks, and to share information. Those are the basic tools that are needed. And these tools help everyone stay aligned, accountable, especially across time zones. I hope you guys are aware that remote job doesn't mean just within Nigeria, shey? It's globally, like internationally. You don't just apply to remote jobs within Nigeria. So you should be able to work across time zones. So recently, I've had to catch up on some new tasks, and I had to meet with people on different time zones. There's Philippines, and then there's PST, and then there's ET. Now, it was a very great challenge for me personally because my work time is ET, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 4 p.m. ET. And now I have to catch up with these guys. PT, I have to catch up with other time zones, Filipino time zone as well. Guys, I was doing meetings as early as 4 a.m. in the morning when my job is 1 p.m. in the evening. I have to wake up, and I have to wake up to sit in that meeting for 4 hours, then I'll go back to bed. Sometimes I come and I see meeting set for 1 a.m. I'm like, Jesus, people want to kill me. So it got to a point I had to tell my manager, look, my challenge right now is this timing across zone. She's like, she understands. So if I'm going to work like 1 a.m. midnight here, there's no point for me logging in at 1 p.m. So that was the way I was able to adjust, right? Now, this is where being able to use their tools, messaging tools, and the rest comes in, but we'll talk more about the time zone later, okay? So, example of those two, we have Asana, we have Slack, we have Zendesk, we have Trello, we have various dialers and the likes. Asana is used for task management. You can adjust your task, put the list of things you use. The same thing with Trello. Slack is the most common. What's it called? It's no longer being used. What's it called? Start with S, I've forgotten. Well, we no longer use that. So Slack is like one of the most common ways people communicate. Slack and Google Meet and Google Chats. Okay. Then we have Zendesk. Zendesk is a tool that people use, especially for those in customer service. They use Zendesk to communicate with their customers. Okay. It's a CRM tool, customer relationship management tool. So you should know how to use that, right? And then there's dialers. People want to do calls. There are so many dialers. Just call, air call. There are what's it called? There are so many dialers. Just call, air call. There's one common one I forgot. But yes, there are so many dialers. So these are like the tools that you should know. And then there are also some other tools that are not listed here, like being able to use Google Meet, being able to use did I say Snapchat? Sorry. Being able to use Google Meet, being able to use spreadsheets and the likes. They're also very, very necessary.
Snapchat, okay.
Sorry, that was a mistake. Okay. Let's go on. Getting your first remote role. How do you do that? So this is what we're going to talk about. The steps to landing your first remote job. If you have a pen and a paper, please, this is the right time to pick it up. Okay, so the first thing is to get clear on what you want. So tell me, what do you want? What do you want to do? So many people don't know exactly what they want. So many people are confused. They don't even know where they want to start from. They just wake up in the morning and say, it's 9 to 5, I cannot go today. I need to think of my life. I need to work remotely. I have my friend who does that. She wakes up in the morning, she will sit down, look at me. And the boy, I need to lock in. I need to find a remote job. Where do I start from? It's a good thing, but then you need to also ask yourself, what kind of job do I want? Do I want a job in sales? Do I want a job in design? Do I want a job in tech? Do I want a job in customer service? So how do you identify that? Is by knowing your skills. I spoke earlier about identifying your transferable skills, right? Like you've done jobs in various roles. Sit down, pick a pen and a paper, and then you write the skills you know that you've seen yourself do in these previous roles, even if it's a 9 to 5. Think of them and write them down. Okay. Then you also ask yourself, do I want a full-time job, a part-time job, or a freelance work? You know, a remote job, there's full-time, there's also part-time, and then there's freelance. So identify the one that you feel is very important to you, or the one that you feel you actually need. Okay. And then identify what industries or field interest me. Do you want to work in, like Felix? Felix works in okay, just a second. Felix works in credit repairs. That is a very sought after field. So do you want to work in credit repairs? Do you want to work in sales? Do you want to work in customer service and the likes? Yes, Tony.
Okay, I hope I'm not cutting you. I'm really sorry. The questions just come in during the classes. I think it's okay
Go ahead.
come to ask.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, I wanted to say, right, that I don't know about remote jobs. I don't know. I feel like they are very, very unstable. I don't know if it's the same thing with everybody here, right? I think I've worked with I work under Dreamport. Under Dreamport, I work with ASAP Ticket. I work with Ojo Travel Service, right? And Dreamport, their payment scheme is so poor. They tell you work this month, they'll pay you 25th of the next month. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So they tell you pay, but they tell you to pay you 25th of the next month. But one thing I worked with them, I did not even get any dime from it, right? But I think what I got was experience, right? Which, of course, I think that is something to hold on to. I also work with other companies, to a life insurance company, and almost similar cases happen like that. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of remote jobs, right? I'm talking about my own self now. So everybody's like, send recordings. They always tell you to send recordings, right? But I don't know, is that recording necessarily a criteria for picking people? Because I get to the field, right? When I worked with the life insurance company, I discovered that speaking with these clients, right, you get to have to learn how to speak like them at the end of the day. So
Okay.
is that should one be judged based on their recordings first, or given an opportunity to be able to try?
Okay, so this is a very good question. And if you ask me, I'll say you've already answered yourself in this question. Okay, so the question you asked is people say send recordings. And you also said when you eventually get on the call or speak to these people, they expect you to also speak like them. And this is why they say you should send recordings. Sending recordings or being able to speak like these guys is a criteria. Now, not necessarily being able to speak like them, but having a very clear accent. Your accent should be understandable. Now, I don't think this is something I should say. Okay, I can say it on this slide. If you're well aware or well informed, you know that Nigerians have been ranked with like one of the leading countries with of fraud, right? Good. And because of this, people are skeptical working with Nigerians. You tell them, I'm a Nigerian, they tell you, oh, get out, because they feel like you're going to scam them. There have also been situations where Nigerians actually scammed honest companies they were working for. I've heard a story of one, like I've heard it. The guy took, I don't know how he did it, but I think he took leads and he scammed them. And these were just honest companies that wanted to hire people. Now, what do you think this company will have of Nigerians moving forward? Okay. And there have also been instances of Nigerians that don't really have experience. They just tell them, okay, you say I have the experience. Okay, come and work for us. And then they end up failing things. Do you think these same people want to hire Nigerians again when they hear of Nigerians? So now this is the situation we're facing currently. That's why when they tell you, send audio recordings of yourself or send video recording explaining yourself, they want to see you firsthand. And that is also very important, right? It is very important you know how to talk about yourself in videos, in audios, how to use your accent. I think Felix and I will like put out a job before and we asked people to send audios. And trust me, the audios, most of the audios we got we will not give out the jobs to these people. And that's why it's important you practice. You always practice. You always practice. Even when you don't have the job yet, practice. Keep recording videos. Watch what you did the last time. Do it again. Do better. Do better. And be saving those videos so that one time when you find a job, you don't even need to sit down immediately and record. You can just send it there. Just send. Okay. And then there are also websites that you can learn. Don't worry, we'll talk about those websites. There are also websites that you can learn how to do this audio practice, scenario practice. I'll show it to you guys later. All right. And don't worry, we'll get there. But then you need to identify your job. Like you said, Tony, you've worked in different fields before. All these fields you've worked for, maybe some of them did not pay you. You will still need one that will pay you. They are not, it's not something you see a company and you're like, yes, I've landed my dream career role for the rest of my life. I've been working with my current company for like 3 years now, remote. And I did not know I was going to work this long with them. Okay, so even if you're saying there are bad ones that don't pay or they don't do well, there are still good ones that do well. So that's why I say, based on your skill set, based on the niche or the role you want to work for, based on the value you also provide, people will keep you, you will get good companies. Okay. If you're someone who works in tech or software development, you should be able to find good companies, most times good companies that are more legit. And the truth is, yes, remote jobs don't have stability. Per se, they are not highly stable. Remote jobs, it's more like contract work. You do today, 2 months, you're working very well, you're earning well. Next 3 months, you're not even having a job. You're just there looking at yourself, hustling and struggling. And that is how it is. Okay, that is how remote jobs are. Okay, so again, for you to get more jobs, yes, man.
Yeah, I would like to ask a follow-up question about what Tony just said. About the recording aspect, like, is it applicable to every remote role? Like, do you have to send our visual audios before they can actually like employ us or give us a job?
That depends on the company you are applying to. Some write it during the application process that send and use this link to record a video using Loom or record an audio using what's it called? Vocaro, and send. If they don't ask for it, you don't have to send. But if they ask for it, you have to send. So it's not applicable to all companies. It's dependent on the requirements of certain companies you're applying for. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So always ask yourself before you start working remotely, ask yourself these questions. What kind of job do I want? Do I want a job in sales? Do I want a job in design? Then do you want a full-time job, a part-time job, or a freelance work? And then you can also ask, what industries or field interest me? You can also ask yourself, do I want to work as a data analyst, a graphic designer, a video editor, or work in marketing? Marketing, yes. Then how many hours do I want to work? And then that's also where the question, what time zone can I work? The most common time zone is ET, that is the Eastern Standard Time. That's the US time. Okay, that's like working from, like, let's say 1 p.m. in the afternoon to working 9-10 p.m. at night. Yeah, also PT and the likes. Yes, Becky, go on.
Hello, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so my name is Becky. I recently just started a remote job, which, to be sincere, is a whole different thing from what I'm used to, like the usual 9 to 5. I just want to get a bit advice on how to go about it, because I'm used to the system of like waking up in the morning, working from morning till night, and all of a sudden I have to work from evening till night. Sometimes I stay up to like 2, 3 a.m. working. It depends on my shift though. So I've been having a bit, how will I say, health issues because of that. Sometimes I get tired, and when I want to sleep, that's when I usually have to be on the call. I know it's a bit challenging, and to be sincere, I love my sleep, but I just have to sacrifice because this is what I kind of signed up for. And also, I wanted to get advice from you regarding, I'm into sales actually. I'm into sales currently, but I was thinking of going further to learn data analysis. I don't know if that is recommendable by you.
Okay. So for this question, I'm going to answer it after the class. Okay. When we're done, we're going to have a Q&A session for questions like this. But now just please write it down or put it down somewhere. Okay. So after the session, we're going to have a talk on that. All right. But if you have any question right now on this building the steps to getting a remote job, you can ask. But then again, about the iBuy switching, just put it down and you're going to ask again after the class so we can have more time to talk about it. Okay.
Okay, so thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So if you have any questions regarding the particular slide or what I'm talking about directly, you can ask. But then if you have any other questions outside of it, you can just please pen it down or even leave it in the chat so that we'll answer once we're done. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so the first step we spoke about is asking yourself, if you want to get a remote job, asking yourself first these questions. I hope you guys wrote it down. Then the next one is building a personal brand. I think we've spoken more about building personal brand already, where Tony and Eco Travels asked questions, I think, or Tony and Chooks asked questions. So build a personal brand by posting online, be consistent. Well, after you first identify what you want to do, for example, like I said, you want to do virtual assistant role, then you start posting online. Guys, bring your task, let me manage for you, let me do this for you. Now, like I said, you may not get all the likes you want, you may not get all the follows, the comments, the engagement, but don't remove it. Keep posting. Don't wait for people to applaud you before you do what you want to do. I keep telling this to people. Do not wait for public validation. Do not wait for public validation before you do whatever you want to do. Do it and keep doing it. Okay? So build a personal brand. Post and keep posting. Don't wait for someone to give you one like. People are seeing it. Forget it. People are seeing what you're doing. Okay? So keep posting online. Keep showing them what you do. Go online. Design things for yourself. Post it on your page. Today, I took the time to design this, to do this, and to do that. Post it there. Keep posting. Keep doing it once or twice a week. Let people know what you do. Because when you eventually apply to jobs, people are like, where is your portfolio? What are you doing? How do I know this is what you do? Okay, so when they're able to check your brand, your TikTok, your LinkedIn, and they see that this is what you do, then it's a good way to actually start. Felix said post shamelessly. Yes, post shamelessly. Post it. Don't wait for anybody. Okay. Then next is highlight your skills. Whenever you're doing stuff, highlight your skills. Skills like communication, independence, time management, skills that are required on the job. Highlight them. Talk about these skills. Write them. Okay. Build website, build pages, talk about these things. On your portfolio, create a portfolio, talk about the skills you use in handling a project. I have a portfolio I did, and for every project I did, I listed all the skills and the tools I needed or I used in doing that particular project. Okay, and be open to remote work. Always be open to remote work. If you're on LinkedIn, highlight it that you're open to working remotely, or highlight it open to remote work, or write it there. I know most people will see you write, "Hi guys, I currently need a job. I can do this, do that." Most people will look at you and pass. My dear, post that in there. Okay. Okay, then also you can build a portfolio using Google Site, Canva, Notion, and normal PDF slide. Okay. If you're a designer, that's if you're a designer, then a video editor, sorry, I've missed my slide. Or if you're a video editor, you can use After Effects and the likes to post about what you do. Okay. So that's about it for building a personal brand. Then the next one is for you to learn the tools. After the first step, which is what? The first step is what? Knowing what you want to do, right? The second one is posting, like building a personal brand. Then the third one, number 3, is learning the tools for that brand. So what tools are required for your role? After you've identified that you want to work as a data analyst, then you learn Excel, you learn SQL, you learn whatever needs to be learned to work as a data analysis. As a graphic designer, you learn things like Canva. You learn things that you need to know how to, Figma and the rest. As a video editor, After Effects, I think Adobe After Effects. You learn how to use After Effects to design videos. As a matter of fact, there are so many tools, especially AI tools currently online that you can learn from or that you can use. So you don't even have to even worry. I don't know if do people use Google AI to chat? I don't think most people use Google AI to chat. So Google AI is also like ChatGPT, but for Google. So once you Google something online and you'll see the AI option by your left, click on it and ask it any question you want to ask. It will search the whole of Google and give you your answer. You can check your phone now, browse something on your Chrome or on Google. You will see Google AI by the left. Click on it. You can chat with it. Tell it to search your web, the whole web, and give you this, give you that. Okay, you can use Google AI to search for videos or tools that are needed in this role. It will give it to you to search the whole of the internet and give it to you. It's like ChatGPT but for Google. Okay, so learn all these tools for virtual assistants, calendars, and project management tools. Then please, guys, take courses. Go online. On I think on our page, I posted a link for free courses, over 100 courses. They're free on our chat. Please, if you see links like that, take it. Take those courses, learn them. Be consistent, learn those courses online. And there are people who also bring out courses for you. You will not want to take it. I don't know, most of us want to be spoon-fed opportunities, and it's not right. Be ready to do the research yourself. Ready to know these things yourself. Take courses, pay for that course. Yes, pay for it. There's this thing I saw on Instagram yesterday, and someone posted that if they are making lots of money from it, they will not give you courses to pay for, or they will not ask you to pay for that training. My dear, be waiting. If they ask you to pay and you feel that this is very legit, it is something you're going to need from, or if it's something that you're going to get knowledge from, do what you have to do to get it. Not everything comes free, right? So be ready to pay for courses, be ready to pay for sessions, ready to pay. Most of these things are not even expensive, but you feel like it's your money the person wants to use and build house. It's not so. People are actually making money, but most times value are attached to things. So be ready to give your time, sacrifice not just money, but also your time to get these things, okay? So meet people who are also in this field to teach you about the tools they use. If you know someone who is a data analyst, meet them to teach you about the tools that they use, okay? Then another step is to apply the smart way. So after knowing what you want, the tools and what, apply the smart way. Go on LinkedIn. Don't just look for where they write hiring. When you see a job posting that says we're hiring for customer service, click on that job posting, read through it, look for the link. There would be a link there that people are not clicking on. Most people will just click on the apply now. But check through for the link. Click on that link and apply. Most jobs have that. Or better yet, look for the hiring manager, message them directly, send them your portfolio. Yes, Audacity. Go there, send them your portfolio. Tell them, hi, I can do this, I can do that. This is my work. Take a look at my profile. This is what I've done. They may not be, it's fine, but do that. So look for hiring managers, enter their emails. Don't tell them unnecessary things. Go straight to the point. Hi, don't wait for them to tell you hello, how are you? They not say fine, you. No. Hi, my name is Deborah. I saw that there is a posting on this job. Don't just type I am interested under the comment section. People do that a lot. They say if you need this job, post I am interested. Or if you see a job, you just go there and write I am interested. Don't do that. Go and meet them in their DMs and message them with your profile. Tell them, hi, this is what I do, this is what I don't do, and so on and so forth. Okay? And Upwork. Upwork, I dropped the list or tips of Upwork job application on the chat recently on how to apply to Upwork jobs and how to identify legit Upwork jobs. So you can go through that as well. Go through it if you're on the group chat or if you're in our channel. I think the channel is better because you get to see all the things that have been posted before. I posted it in the channel. So if you're in the channel, please go through it. Go to the previous post. You'll see where I posted tips on how you can get jobs on Upwork. Okay, so go through that tips so that you can learn how to get jobs on Upwork. Please, anything we post on the channel, go through them. It's very helpful. And then there is also a website like We Work Remotely where you can get jobs as well. Then there's Fiverr and so on and so forth. So look for legit remote companies that are hiring on LinkedIn, online, search, make this research. If we post anyone on the group chat, open it and search, open it and go through it. You don't know where your big breakthrough will come out from. Please apply to these jobs, okay? So those are like the ways to apply smartly. Then you can also get trackers. You can also get trackers, a remote job tracker. The remote job tracker will help you understand the jobs that you've applied to already, will help you know what you did wrong or why they rejected you. You look at your CV, okay, I've done this job. Your next CV, tweak it again, and so on and so forth, okay? So get a tracker that helps. Now, practice for interviews. Questions like, how do you stay focused working from home? People that will ask you during your interview. Then what tools have you used before? Sorry. Then tell me about the time you solved a problem. So these are basic questions that can be asked. So guys, I wrote here Ascenta.com. Ascenta is a tool that you can, was it Tony who asked the question earlier? So Ascenta is a tool that you can use to practice all of this. Can you see my screen? Now, this is Ascenta. Ascenta can be used to practice your accent. We have accent coach, okay? Select your language that you want to do and you get started. Now, these are it. Accent evaluation, accent practice. There are so many tools. Then you can check for your vowel sound. Then you can leave your audio, record your audio. Thank you for calling customer support. My name is Alex. To better assist you, could you please provide your account number or the name associated with your account? We appreciate your patience and look forward to resolving your issue. Once you do that, it will also give you feedback on your accent. It will give you feedback on what you did not pronounce correctly. Okay, so if you have a link to this site, please use it. Then there is also the listening coach. You can practice your listening using the listening coach because listening is also very important. Okay, so you see here, listening coach, start here. And majority of these features are actually free for you. Then there's the chat simulation. Now this is the one I find most interesting. Just click on the customer service or the one you want. You can start the scenario. Hi, I placed an order last week, but it still hasn't arrived. The tracking hasn't updated in days. Can you tell me what's going on? Then you can start your response. So this is a website you can actually use to practice. Google for these kinds of websites. See, typing skills is also here. You can learn how to type. Then there's the job interview. Okay, so let's say you're applying to a tech role, tech mid-level, quick practice, and then you start a simulation. Now, interviewer is thinking error starting. We'll fix this on back end, but don't worry, this will work. All right, guys. So this is a website you can actually use to practice. It's obviously free. Just sign in or log in to always save whatever you're doing. Okay. So please, if you can Google it, if you have data, go on Ascenta.com and practice your accent. Accent is very important. Practice your accent, practice questions, practice scenarios, so that whenever you get a job, it will be easy for you to do all of this. All right. So building connections and a long-term career. So we've talked about how to land the job, which the first one is get clear on what you want, update your personal brand, learn the tools. For Geraldine, is it for just the interview? Hi, Geraldine. Okay, we'll get it checked out. Thank you. All right, so getting your first remote role. Step 1, get clear on what you want. Step 2, update your personal brand. Step 3, learn the tools. Step 4, apply the smart way. Step 5, build real connections and practice for interviews. So guys, those are the steps that are required for you to get the first remote job. Join building connection and long-term career. Join remote communities online. Message people who have been in this field and always ask questions. Show up in LinkedIn comments, live sessions, or webinars like this to get one or two things. Be open to growth, accept change, and adapt quickly. Most people will see jobs that says, let's say you're a beginner. You're a beginner. I have had these scenarios a lot. You're a beginner, and someone is offering you $2 per hour to work a customer service role, and you're saying no. You want to work $1,000 per hour. How do you do that? Eh? You have to start from somewhere. Be ready to accept it. Be open to growth, no matter how little it is. Was it not Tony said they did not pay him, but he was able to gain experience, and this experience will help a lot. Believe me, there will be a time when you need these experiences, and they are going to come out for you. Okay, so don't be looking for different roles. If you're a beginner, pick any. If you want to do sales, go for sales. Cold calling, do cold calling. From cold calling, you will get transferable skills that will help you in documenting and the likes. Because you already understand cold calling, you know how to people talk, you know what this thing is going to sound like when this person reads this, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very, very important to be open to growth, be able to change. If one job doesn't work out, today is sales, it doesn't work out, you see, because jump there. If sales customer, go to cold calling. It's very important that you should be able to accept it. That is, remote jobs are not as stable as you think it is or it used to be. But you being able to keep up regardless of the situation or regardless of the job means you're being adaptable. Okay, so that's how remote job works. And you may get really lucky at the end of the day you may get really lucky that one job you just find. The job I am currently working at, when I first saw it, it says customer service, calls, and emails. I can tell you that I don't think I made calls in that job for more than 20 times till today, and I've been there for a very long time. And there is I was able to get a good long-term career growth with the company. Now, this is a remote job. You get promoted. I got promoted like 1 or 2 times. You get, but it's a job I was not looking forward to. I was only expecting to go make calls, but today I'm being able to manage their team. Okay, so that's how you build career. Don't just see one job and say, "Oh, it's $2." You now run away. You may miss out on that opportunity that is coming to you as a disguise. Okay, when every other person is complaining and saying, don't do that, $2, how they paying you? Only $2 with all the work and the stress. I know it's low, especially if you're starting, if you're a beginner. Please don't let people discourage you from getting the experience you need or from being in that thing that you're supposed to be. Everybody's path is different. I keep saying it. Everybody's path is different. Don't let anyone discourage you. Okay, when you see a job and you feel you can do it and it's legit, please do it. Please do it. Don't not $2 drop. No, accept it and do it. $1, accept it and do it. From there, I know of someone who someone outsourced the job to. She did that job very well. From outsourcing, she applied to the company directly, and she got the job once. And that was how she started earning her own full money. Okay. That was how she started working her own directly with the company, and she was making her full-time money without outsourcing or sharing with anyone. Okay, even if they outsource jobs to you, please take it. It's not stable, it's scary, but you have to take chances. Okay, and do not wait to be spoon-fed opportunities. I've said this before. Go online, look for jobs for yourself. Look for jobs, apply. My assistant told me that someone messaged her and told her, people are not liking the post on the group chat, so she doesn't want to apply or something of sort. I don't know. And I'm like, are you waiting for people to like a job posting I posted in the group chat before you apply to that job? Or are you looking? It's like you're not hungry. It's like you're not looking for this job, because you're waiting for someone to come and like this thing. Then there is a problem. You're waiting to be spoon-fed with opportunities. You're waiting for validation from other people, and that is wrong. Okay, so when you see job postings, apply to these job postings. Search, take your CV and apply to them. For things you cannot do, pay for these services and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think we're going to end here. At Q&A slide. Please, guys, if you have any questions so far, or do you have any contribution that you want to add to this, so that we can talk about it before our time goes up? Yes, Uncle Tony. Yes, sorry, Tony.
Yeah, so Thank you very much once again for this opportunity. And I still want to say to everyone, like you said, for beginners, right? I
Yeah.
don't know whether that amount is small, but it's the good money for Nigeria. I don't know whether we become so greedy that we fail to understand where we are coming from and what we're receiving. Because $2, that's like almost 320 in a month. $320 if you convert it to Nigeria amount, that's like how much now? Is it 600,000 naira? You have to know Tinubu to be able to get that kind of job in Nigeria, right? Or know
Yes.
somebody. So it's I think it's something, right? Right. So my question now is, I have noticed that I think people are now making the the remote jobs, they've started making it business. I don't know if that is good, right? Because it made me to almost want to be that way too, right? I know I've helped people gotten remote jobs that I did not get paid, they got paid for it, right? Because maybe, like, I don't know if I'm taking time, but let me share a little bit of my story, right? I worked with Dreamport. I worked under ASAP Ticket. ASAP Ticket is very poor in their payment scheme. Then I got another interview with Audio Travel Service. And because of I couldn't sustain the job, because they tell you they will pay you 25th of the next month, I could not stay because of data and so many things. I couldn't stay online to be able to do the job, to get paid at least. You know, when they give you that first pay, at least it can help you to be able to sustain yourself. So, but there are other persons that I helped to get the job, and they started working, and I did not collect anything at all for them. I mean, you used to post jobs on the group chat and all like that, right? You're not asking us for stuff. But I noticed that later on, people started monetizing this thing. So somebody will tell you, I hear things like, there's this opportunity I have, right? You send your recordings, and then they will give you, you pay them 100,000 naira. Is that something we should be doing now?
Okay. So that depends on the people and the company you meet, right? So yes, I've met people like that as well. They tell you, I'll get you this job the first 2 months, I'm going to get a salary. And I was like, so you want to get a job for someone and the salary you're collecting is more than what this person needs. And I have to like tell the person that is wrong. You don't do things like that. Okay. So yes, people do that. So that is based on people's personal decision or conviction. And it's left for you to either accept or you leave it. Okay. Remote job now is scarce. It's competitive. It is very competitive, and that's the truth. Compared to 2022, post-COVID, immediately after COVID, compared to now, everybody wants to work remotely. So it's really quite difficult. Okay. So it's very important that whatever you want to do, search for yours. That's why I said don't wait to be spoon-fed by people. Search for yours. If you have to pay to get a job, if you like weigh the risk or weigh whatever you're going to get and you feel like okay, it's worth doing, fine, you can go ahead with it. Okay. But as much as possible, do what works for you. If you feel it's not right, don't walk away from them. People asking you to pay for it. If you feel you don't have the time to apply to jobs, people should call you. No problem. They should call you, just be ready to pay for it. Okay. So the thing is, people will take advantage of the things that you don't have or you cannot do, and they will do it for you, but at a certain fee. So the question now is, are you ready to pay for these services, or are you ready not to pay? It's not a bad thing, but are you ready or not? If you're not ready, good. If you're ready, good. So I think it depends on you as well. Okay. Does that answer the question, Tony? Thank you very much. Dauda Uthman, your hand's up.
Okay, thank you very much. There is one perspective I've been hearing about people that want to like get jobs outside the country, about them tagging Nigeria as a bad person that they can actually like give job. So I want to ask about your idea about like opening a burner account for maybe all these freelancing platform like Fiverr and all. Is it right one hides one's identity if someone wants to apply for freelancing role, especially roles that are outside this country?
Okay, you expatiate more on burner account.
Like what's it called? An account that like hide your identity, like you portray it as if you don't use your real name, you get, because they said they don't give Nigerians job like that if you're applying for jobs that are outside the country.
Okay, so my question
get
is, yes, my question is now, let's imagine you got a job with that account and then they discover that you're actually Nigerian, one way or the other. What's going to happen?
They would have to terminate your contract with them.
Good. And then what are we trying to prevent now that is happening?
Fraud. Is it fraud or what?
Now you're still going ahead to still tarnish the image of Nigerians. Because now this is what we're trying to avoid, right? That okay, people are saying Nigerians, and then you're going to create a burner account. This is indirectly what you get. You're impersonating someone else and doing a job,
Okay.
which is wrong. Now the thing we're trying to do now, you're basically focused on the money, whereas we're talking about you genuinely focused on experiences, gaining the knowledge yourself, which is good, right? But you're focusing mainly on the money and trying to look for every way to make that money is well, and doing it that wrong way is what is wrong. Be legit. People who want to hire you will hire you. You don't have to use, because yes, it's true. We're still not getting jobs, even if people are saying Nigerians are fraud. Are they not still Nigerians getting jobs? We're still getting jobs now. Just have value that you're providing. Provide value and people will look for you. Okay? You don't have to pretend to be someone else or create wrong accounts. Okay, provide value. All right? So please,
Okay.
I'll advise against that.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other question? And Becky.
Yeah, so
Okay, yes, go on.
So me, if you notice, I've been asking many questions because I learned that you said we should be creating our presence. So I'm creating presence here, so that everybody will know me. You understand? So, my question is, I think it's also important because the remote space, right? You get to meet many people, many people. I think we need to really leverage on that, right? Knowing ourselves. I mean, in the 3 companies that I've worked with, I've met with like 2 physical friends, right? In Abuja, like we've met, and it'll be like, so even if tomorrow remote work doesn't work out for me, right? I've established a physical friendship with this person, right? So I think it's I'm very, very happy when I get any remote job because I just want to network. I want to know what you're doing. I want you, because I get other jobs from that space, right? So I think it's usually very, very good, right? I think it's like a contribution that we try to network at every point in time. Where do you stay? What do you do? It's not like I'm going to come and kidnap you or anything, but I just maybe tomorrow you might get one update or something. You understand that you're looking for who to give and you're not using it. Please, I'm here every time.
Thank you very much for that contribution. Please, let's build meaningful connection. I think that's just it. Before I forget, Becky, you asked a question. Please,
sure.
Please go on.
Yeah, initially I asked question regarding being in sales, more like cold calling, but at the same time is sales. And I was thinking of training or going for data analysis, and I just wanted to get your advice on that, if that is going to work or just to concentrate on just customer service and sales.
Okay, so I think the first thing you should consider in this situation is your long-term career goals. Okay, for how long do you intend to work in customer service and sales? That's one. Do you want to make that your entire career goal, like your focus for life? That's one. Then secondly, the customer service and sales, is it giving you the opportunity to grow, or you're just stuck in a particular place making calls and doing sales? And how long do you still same line goes with your career length, right? You also need to check, does it give you the income, the required income you need? Yeah. And your stability, is it as stable as you think it should be? That's another one. Then the next question you're going to, regardless if it's data analysis role, the role you're going into, Is it the role that is highly saturated? Do you think you can provide unique value in this particular role? It is very important to ask yourself that question. What are you going to do differently when you get into that role you want to get to? Okay. How would you be outstanding in that particular role you want to go into? So that's another question. So yes, after you understand these questions for yourself, after you've checked, after you've seen, and you understand that, okay, I don't want to do customer service and sales for too long. I want to go into something else, data analysis. Okay, data analysis, this is a skill that I'm going to have in myself. You're going to learn so many things with data analysis. You're going to learn how to use Excel. You're going to learn how to use so many tools. It is something you're willing to go into. And one more thing you should understand, that once you've learned these things, they will not leave you. Okay, unlike customer service that you just make calls, talk about scripts. Once you learn data analysis, these digital tools that you've learned will not leave you. It will be knowledge that you can also take into other fields, into project management roles and the likes. Okay, so if you're going into data analysis, it should be because you want to develop or create a long-term career goal for yourself, and you don't just start and stop. Secondly, you're not going to start seeing the money immediately. Sure, you're not going to start seeing the money. If you want to leave customer service, know that you're not going to see the money immediately. But when you continue building yourself, you continue improving yourself, put yourself out there that this is what you do, post about your projects that you work on. Even when you apply to companies, offer to give them pro bonus, which means you're going to work for lesser pay. Not just because of the money, but for the experience. Okay. And for you to be able to collaborate with other people. Talk to people in that same field. Go into communities that have data analysts. Talk to them. Share, ask questions. Ask questions. Like, I mean, ask. You guys should always ask. Ask questions. It will keep you going. Don't be scared to speak up. Ask questions. Talk. Talk about yourself. Talk about what you do. Okay? So that's how you can transition. Yes, it's not going to be easy. That is where discipline also comes in. Commitment also comes in. And you have to be consistent. If you're going into data analysis, be consistent, be disciplined, and be committed. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Shola. Shola Patrick, your hand is up. Okay. Anybody else have any question they want to ask again, please? Go on. All right. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good morning.
All right. So, hi. My name is Shola. Right. And first of all, I want to say I've never worked a day in my life. I've never done a 9 to 5. I've always been a business girly. So I wanted to take a step back for.
Oh, we can't hear you. I think you went off. Okay, can you type your miss? Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So I don't know where to start from. And secondly, my question is, I have like a scholarship for cybersecurity course that is starting 31st of this month, but it's going to run for like 4 to 5 months. For 4 months, actually, and it comes with certification. I wanted to ask, should I look for a remote job and add it along with the cybersecurity, or I should just get this course done with first and build my portfolio on it?
Okay. That's a good question, Shola. So, like I said earlier, the first step is identifying what you want to do. So, what exactly do you want to do? if you want to work remotely?
Okay, I really, really have a team for tech. I want to go into tech, cybersecurity in like in essence. That's why I actually went for the cybersecurity course.
Okay.
So I'm asking, like, since I don't have prior knowledge or prior experience, does it count?
Okay. So now this is what I think you should do. You currently have a scholarship and it's legit, and they're going to train you on cybersecurity. And I believe for trainings like that, they don't just come to class and train you and walk away. They're going to give you tasks, right? They're going to give you projects to help
Yes,
you.
yes,
Exactly.
yes.
They're going to give you tasks, they're going to give you projects, they're going to tell you what to do, people to meet, and how to build yourself. So I would recommend that you put your focus, your commitment, because you already have a job you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, your business. Sorry, your business. So I recommend that you put, can you mute your mic? Okay, good. I recommend that you put your focus on trying to learn this thing, because you don't have, like you said, you don't have any knowledge or any skills, right? So you put your focus on trying to learn this thing. If you're going to do anything, you should be learning more. Your spare time, use it to learn more, use it to practice more, use it to look for tools online that you need to learn, research these things. Okay, if the training is not going to take your time, any other time you have, use it to learn, easy to apply to any little thing about cybersecurity that you feel is very important. Meet people that are in that field to talk to you. Go online, search for cybersecurity events, seminars, register for them, attend those events if it's face to face physically. Go for those events, meet people, make connections, tell them, hi, I'm looking to get into this field. What do I need to do? This is what I am doing. Tell them to give you tasks to handle, tell them to give you jobs to handle, tell them to give you things to do. Okay, so I think what I would say is within this month you're doing training, also build your online presence. All right, begin to build your online presence, begin to tell people this is what you do, even though you're not fully doing it yet. Begin to show what you want to do, okay, with your online presence. Now you're learning cybersecurity, you're doing this, you can do this, you can do that. Be proactive in the class, learn and use whatever you learn. Okay, so I'll not say you should go and take another job, because it may take away your concentration from trying to learn what you actually want. You can take a job if it's relating to cybersecurity, but if it doesn't relate to cybersecurity, please, I don't think I would advise you, considering you're an entrepreneur, and being an entrepreneur is not an easy task either. Okay, I don't know if that answered your question, Shola.
Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, guys, do you have any more questions or contributions? I don't want us to exceed our time by 1 more minute. So, guys, do you have any contributions or questions that you would like to ask so far? Yes. Okay, thank you, Uthman. Okay, guys, I think one thing I forgot to mention is, please, the very major criteria to work remotely is for you to also have your tools, your headsets, your system, your good environment, lighting environment, your internet connection. It is very, very important. It is very, people ask, can you start a remote job using a phone? Yeah, so, but not all jobs. Okay, not all jobs. So it's important you have good internet connection, your phone, your laptop, and a working noise cancellation headset. It is very important. So if you get your first job, I'll advise that the next thing you do when you get your first job is to not go and buy wigs. I think Felix can tell you more about that. It's to not go and buy wigs. Is to focus on building yourself more. Please don't buy wigs, don't buy expensive shoes and the likes. Please buy things that are very important towards the. It's Felix here. I think Felix can talk more. So don't show
I'm
off.
here, but I'm on the road.
Okay. Don't show off. Don't show off that you're working, whether you're a big boy or a big girl now. No. Buy the things that you need. Forget about showing off first. Too. Yes. Chooks, before I call you social media again.
Hi, thank you so much for the session. I just wanted to ask a question regarding what you said about tools. So for most people who are online, I believe, who have been on this training, they probably have one or two of these tools you've mentioned, and it feels like we're looking at it from the beginning. But I'd want you to help us out from the end back to the beginning. Sorry, I'm speaking too much Turenchi grammar. But I'm just asking for you, if you were to start back your journey again, in the remote space where you are right now, because you mentioned that you started out with a company that was sort of doing calls, but you didn't do calls, but now you're handling operations. You just scaled through. If you were to start from the beginning, what you know now, how would you go through that journey, such so that anyone here that is looking to start off from customer service or picking calls can just grow in their careers against just starting and ending their career in customer service and sales? Thanks, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. So this is not my actual first job or company I'm working for. My first remote company was a company I got on Upwork. The job did not last 1 week. It did not last 1 week. In fact, I thought I had arrived. My friends were like, how did you do it? But the day I was just in my friends, like, hi, so I did. And I came back into my office to talk, like, to work. I saw a termination with exactly 1 week. I saw a termination. I think Felix knows about it. I saw a termination note that, hi Debs, I don't think you're doing well. And sorry, I have to terminate this contract. You're not doing really well, you're not meeting expectations. Now, is this true? I don't know, because I'll say yes, because that was my first job. Nobody taught me anything about working remotely. I never had a single idea. You see how people do remote job webinars, seminars, and trainings? There was nobody that I could do a remote job webinar or training with. Okay, so I did that first one and I got sacked that same week. Yeah. But one thing I learned from there, I learned how to set up my Upwork page. With that particular 1 week client, I set my Upwork page. I set so many things up. I was able to do the necessary things. Then the next day I started applying again. And I got another job. That one lasted for, I think, 2 months. Now I was working 9 to 5 then as well, right? And merging the remote job. The remote job was a PST. So I worked from 12 midnight to like 6 a.m. in the morning. And then I have to like get up, get ready, and go to work 7 a.m. 9 to 5. Then come back, let's say around 9, then we'll start working, try to rest a little, then start working from 12 midnight again till 6 in the morning. Now, with this first period, I was able to start like buying the necessary things I needed. My 4G MTN router, I got it. My bed table, got a bed table, got my router, and got my first one small tiny laptop that I could turn the head, bend it anyhow I like. It was very funny because it was small. Now, then I applied to this new job that I started, and which I am currently at right now. What I am going to say is consistency, right? It is consistency. Be consistent with what you do, and don't keep quiet in organizations. This role, I started with a friend, a Filipino. I used to call him my friend, and we got the job together. But we also moved to another role together. But he's like, he doesn't want to go into another role, so he's always quiet. The one thing I learned is to be versatile, to adapt. This is for me personally. I don't know about others. I learned that, okay, I can do this skill. I can also learn from this person's team. So I reach out to this person handling QA. I reach out to this person handling this thing. Can I learn here? Can I do this? Can I assist you? I reach out to my manager. Hi, please, can I assist you in doing this? I see you were not online yesterday. You were supposed to do a task. Can I do this? And that was how I built experience. So when it was time for my promotion interview, it was very easy. They were like, Debs, I know you can manage this thing because I've seen you done it. I've seen you assist this person. I've seen you do this. So it was another way for me to scale through the next level, to still scale through the next level. So one thing I would say is when you get your first remote job, don't just sit down and be quiet on that role and be like, okay, this is the role. I'm here now. Let me work and get money and go. Be ready to build yourself in that role. Be, how will I put it? Don't just work for working sake when you're working remotely. You can do that when you're doing 9 to 5, but when you're doing that remotely, try to leverage yourself into that company, into that organization. Try to put yourself inside in a very good way. I also have an instance I'll make of a friend, Stephanie. Stephanie was, I think we randomly met somewhere on LinkedIn one time. Then that was when I lost my second job or so. And we started talking. She was like, she's looking for a job. And I'm like, oh, go, sure. And then we got TVAG, and we applied to TVAG. Stephanie started as a customer service rep until she became, I don't know if you guys, until she became, I think, a HR in TVAG, which is rare. I don't know if she's still working, but she was an HR in TVAG. Okay, so you put yourself into these organizations. Don't just do the job and go away. Ask, assist, tell your manager. I know it may sound somehow, but tell your manager, is this something I can help you with? Something I can help you with? Is something I can do? Not just in remote workspace, but also in your 9 to 5 space. That's how you build yourself. That's how you learn experiences. That's how you learn to manage things. So when opportunities come, people don't just pick randomly, except for people who do iService. But people don't just pick. They know you're there. They know you can do it, and then they'll give it to you. That's how you build your career in remote workspace. That's how you put yourself out there in remote workspace. Let people know you can do this. My managers follow me on LinkedIn, so they see my post on LinkedIn as well. Okay, they like my post on LinkedIn. They see the things I do. Most times I'm tempted to hide my post, but I'm like, no, they see it. You know, okay, this is not just how I behave at my workplace, but how I also relate to people online. The people who comment on my post, the kind of comments that make on my post, my managers see it. Okay, and sure, they all see that this is what I do. Okay, I don't know if I answered the question or if I strayed away from your question. Chooks.
Yes, you answered the question. Thank you so much. It felt like this was the bottom part of the jollof rice. So thank you.
Okay, so guys, be consistent, please. Put yourself out there. I'll say this thing one more time. Make sacrifices for the things you need. Whether you pay for that CV, pay for that course, pay to learn this thing, pay. But not just pay anyhow. Make sure you know what you're paying for. Make sure you see what you're paying for. Okay. Then also put yourself out there. Don't let people talk you down on what you're supposed to do. Don't let people discourage you. People are not liking your post. That's their problem. Post what you want to post. Felix says post shamelessly. All right, guys. So this has brought us to the end of our session for today. We'll be uploading this video on YouTube for people who were not available. So you can catch it on YouTube maybe later in the day or tomorrow. And there are also previous classes, sessions we've had with HR person Joe. Joe was there to talk us through all we needed to do, from the HR perspective. So it's also up on our YouTube. You can check it out as well. And like Felix mentioned earlier, we're going to be having a session on credit repair, one of the most sought after role in sales and in remote jobs. And Felix is going to be the one to anchor that session. If you guys have heard Felix spoken before, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put it out soon and don't miss out. Then lastly, our customer service virtual assistant bootcamp session is coming up in February. We're going to put it out on a group chat. So if you're interested in learning customer service, virtual assistant and sales, please, you can register, or if you're interested now, you can chat me privately so I can put you down on the list. Okay. So guys, thank you so much and do enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you guys in the next class we have. Bye.